Hello everyone, this is Kim. I hope that you all are doing well. So I had more breast reconstruction surgery. So I just wanted to talk about it in this video. So the surgery that I had is the Latissimus Dorsi flap surgery. I don't know if you've all heard about it, but I just wanted to let you know about my journey thus far, what it is, how I've been healing, and all of that good stuff. So stick around. So just to give you a little bit of background. So in this video, I'll just be focusing on the right breast. The right breast is where I had the cancer over 14 years ago. But keep in mind, back then, after everything was done, the mastectomy and the reconstruction, I was symmetrical. I did not start having issues not being symmetrical until last year with the recurrence journey. So the plastic surgeon that I had last year, nice guy, but I know that he was the cause of me not being symmetrical, and he didn't give me enough options. So I eventually left him earlier this year. I'm sorry, not earlier this year, in the summer. And I was connected to a different plastic surgeon who I absolutely love. When I was connected with him, someone told me that you're going to love him. You'll love his personality. He's like your surgeon, your plastic surgeon from a long time ago. He's an older guy, very particular. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of background there. So I will be looking down at my notes because I don't want to forget anything that I want to talk to you all about. So that's the background there. And also too, I can make a separate video to talk about my experience with my previous plastic surgeon. And again, everything that went on there and the reason I have a new one. So the procedures proposed by the new plastic surgeon. So I want to talk about that. So when I went to him, when I first met with him, I want to say in July of this year, when he took pictures and he saw me, he could not believe that the other plastic surgeon didn't give me the options that he proposed. And it just didn't make sense. So what he proposed for me, he proposed, again, to get me symmetrical and to make everything look good, he proposed the deep flap, which is the surgery where they take some fat from the stomach and they make a new breast mound. He also proposed the Latissimus Dorsi flap surgery, which is what I went with. The reason I went with that one is because it was less invasive and it also was less time to recover. So we'll talk about that a little more. And also too, I don't know if I mentioned in this video because I'm just kind of going on and on. The right side where I had the tumor, this is where my breast was radiated back then. So the skin was not strong. It wasn't strong skin. So that's the reason I needed to do a more extensive surgery just to get everything looking good and to get healthy skin here. So just to let you know what's done with the muscle during the lat surgery. So during this surgery, the surgeon removes the lat dorsi muscle, which is like a fan-shaped muscle from the lower back, but leaves it attached to the upper arm where the blood supply is. The muscle is then tunneled, right? Sounds painful, and it was. The muscle is then tunneled under the skin and moved to the front of the body to form a new breast mound along with the skin and the fat that covers it. So some people, when they have this surgery, if they have enough fat here, they can use the fat and the tissue from the back and just, put everything in the breast. But for me, I currently have a tissue expander in, which is keeping the spot here until I'm ready to get until my body heals. Until my body heals and I am ready to get another implant in that area. I didn't have enough fat to make a whole breast. And again, so that's why I'm going with another breast implant. So why is the lat surgery a popular choice for breast reconstruction? It's because it's close to the chest and the tissue can remain attached to its blood supply. So this is one of the reasons why this procedure is less complicated than the other flap procedures. I also have a scar. So you can expect to have a scar. This is a surgery that you go with on your back. I think some surgeons can do it, straight like this, or mine is going kind of like this. And it's a 5 to 7 inches long scar. If you stick around, I'll take some pictures of it or show you some pictures that I've taken. So you can expect about 6 weeks to recover. And again, it was a painful one, but I'll talk more about that too. So I just want to share my experience from the surgery. So my surgery was 9/25. Again, today is 11/8 and I feel good. I feel so much better. So the surgery was supposed to be a 6 to 7 hour surgery. I know, really long, right? When I told my mom before my surgery that it was going to be that long, she was so nervous. So 6 to 7 hour surgery, but it ended up going 9 hours. So I was in surgery for 9 hours. My arrival time at the hospital that day was 5 a.m. My surgery was 7 o'clock, and they wheeled me in right away, but I did not get out until after 4 p.m. So the reason being for me is because I had, since this is a radiated side, I had a bunch of scar tissue on that side, a bunch of scar tissue. That's where the complexity came into place. So the surgery was successful, but I had to stay overnight just to make sure that the flap took okay. So they needed to make sure that the blood was getting to it like it needed to. But again, you all, this was a painful one. I remember waking up from surgery and I just felt pain. I couldn't really move. Even, the nurses kind of kept coming in throughout the night just to make sure that the blood, this spot was hot. It wasn't getting cold. If it was hot or warm, that meant that the blood supply was getting to it. But they kept coming in to, get me up to go to the bathroom, but it was so painful. Like, they had to help me. So I didn't realize that this one was so intense, but it was. I don't regret it though. So I was sore, I want to say, for maybe 2 to 3 weeks. So I was sent home from the hospital, went home the next day. I was sent home with 4 drains. I had 2 for my back that were attached on this side and had 2 for the breast area on the right. So my first post-op, and again, I am putting pictures in here. The first post-op was on October 1st. I was able to get 2 of the drains removed that day because my fluid output needed to be under 30 milliliters over a 48-hour period. So again, on that day, I got 1 back drain removed and 1 breast drain removed. The second post-op was a week later on October 8th, so I was able to get the last back drain removed, but I had to keep the breast one in, the other one, because my output was more than 30 over a 48-hour period. So that was a bummer. So I think for me, it was probably about 3 weeks or so that I was walking around with a drain. So the follow-up for my last drain, which was removed, I got it out on October 15th. So I'll also share some pictures. I think I mentioned this earlier in my ramble. I'll share some pictures of my current scars from October 11th. So the next steps for me, just to continue healing. I am still somewhat swollen on this side, but it's going down and things are looking good. I am so happy. I don't regret this surgery at all, even though I don't see the full results because I have a tissue expander in. I am no longer, I'm symmetrical now. I'm no longer like this, and I'm so happy. Like, it just looks so much better. It looks great, actually. So again, for the next steps, I'll see my surgeon on December 31st. I'll have the implant exchange surgery next year, sometime early next year, but we'll talk about that when I see him at the end of the month. He wants me to heal for 3 to 4 months after my surgery. So again, my surgery was September 25th. So they'll put me into early next year for the implant exchange. I may wait though until spring, just so I can just not deal with the surgery, right? I really wanted to do it this year though, because I've met my deductible. So now that means I'll just have to start over next year, which is okay. One thing I didn't mention about the healing is after the surgery, at my first post-op, I was told to massage my scars here and on my back with either vitamin E oil, white lotion, just plain lotion. And also they told me to use scar tape. So the scar tape, and I'll share a picture of the one that I'm currently using. The scar tape would be, just kind of placed on my back, and it will help with the healing of the scars. I use vitamin E, and I started to use a scar tape that I got from Amazon. But guess what? Whatever it was, I don't know if it was the vitamin E oil or the scar tape that I ordered from Amazon, but something broke me out in a really bad rash. So what I did is I stopped using the vitamin E oil. I stopped using that scar tape. I started to use plain lotion, and I bought a different scar tape, and things have been working just fine with that. And my scars actually look really good. So I use Aquaphor. Like I said, what else do you use? Aquaphor, and I also use Eucerin. So I've been, again, very good since then. So if you are considering, or you need to consider the Latissimus Dorsi flap surgery or anything else, I just wanted to let you know my experience was great. Like, again, I'm happy with my doctor. I'm happy with my results thus far, and I feel so much better about my reconstructed breast. So if you have any questions for me, again, I may have gone a little fast, and I know I look at my notes all the time because I don't want to forget anything of importance that I need to talk to you all about. But if you have any questions about my surgery, my healing, I wish I can show you before and after pictures, but I don't think YouTube would allow that. I don't know. But if you have any questions for me about anything that I did not address in this video, let me know, okay? Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.